To me, why we do what we do is so important. That's how AIM started. I wanted to give an opportunity and the right support for children with autism so that they can thrive and reach their full potential. Many children at AIM, they started when they were toddlers and preschoolers, and I've been with them through this incredible journey and witnessing their transformation firsthand. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to give more, a better future so that they can become meaningful members of our community. I wanted to create a school that can offer an environment where we can promise a meaningful life, whatever that means to each child. It could be a functional life, independence, self-regulation, friendship, or academic success. When I went to Seattle Morningside Academy, I found my answer, MMGI.
MMGI is the Morningside model of generative instruction.
The Morningside model of generative instruction is based on several components. One of the main components is that we take the curricular at the component parts and we use that for the instructional design. So we don't look at the big picture, we look at the small picture and where the kid's at.
The MMGI model gives us, instruction where you have methodics, direct instructions, and it allows us to be explicit in the way that we teach our students. So many of our students struggle with the ability to understand common language that's used in education, and this is going to allow our students to really connect the dots on the things that we want them to learn.
So we break down the instruction to the smallest component that the child needs in order to become successful. And then the second thing about it is that we use homogeneous achievement groupings. And what that really talks about is that the kids are placed in groups based on what they can do, not on their age or their size. And so that way, the kids are learning at their exact level that they need to be learning at. The third thing that we do is that we use explicit and direct instructional techniques, and we use many models of those. For instance, we use something called direct instruction. And so we have an explicit way to have a volley with the child. So we know if we're going to instruct, or if we're going to demonstrate, or if we're going to help them get to their answer on their own. And we have this very complete volley back and forth with the students so that we know that all students can respond to the instruction that we're giving them. Once they have some level of accuracy, then we move it to a scheduled practice. And this is very different than how most schools do, because our scheduled practice is with us.
It's very important that we're able to have a bridge for our students to go from what they've learned to being able to do what they've learned fluently. Right? Fluency is a critical component of being successful in your life with the different skills that you do. Application, being able to help our students know how to do what they've learned in new contexts and in combinations with other skills, is also a very important step in the education process. The students can go out into the world and be ready.
Then we move on from that, and that we teach the kids what we call generative repertoires, which is teaching the kids to know how to problem solve for themselves and do self-learning. So that's where the generative of the Morningside model of generative instruction is we want the kids to get to the point that they need little instruction from us and they can start solving their own problems and get into situations or real life situations and know how to interact in the real world. And we've built this all around a lab school that does tons of research in all of these areas, and we keep moving forward with this research so that we have the best technologies that we can use.
We don't want to do anything that we're not supporting with data. A combination of quality classroom management, explicit instruction, practice, application of skills, all built on a foundation of behavior science and all supported through data analytics and very supportive coaching model allows teachers to be so much more effective and more efficient with their students to help the students, maximize their potential and get the most gains that they possibly can.
We look at across the day, we look at across the week, and because we use this technology of measurement, we're able to make changes right away so that we can change a child's learning curve to be what they normally are like, and we can accelerate that. In our lab school, we make up to 2 to 4 years changes in a single year's time. We hope to get kids that are below and they only learn like half rate. We at least try to get them up to a year's growth at a year's time.
I'm so excited about this new collaboration with Morningside because I'm very familiar with their curriculum and how they do things. It's very simple, very easy, but also very technical and very instrumental in how children will be able to be independent, how they'll be able to comply with instructions, and also their task discrimination.
Morningside model of generative instruction. That's what we're bringing to AIM, so that our children can aim without limits.